Mayhem tournament coverage now continues with the final episode. Here's your host, Shane Harris, to give you the wrap up. A pleasant good evening to you all. I'm Shane Harris. The votes have officially came in. We will find out who is the winner of the Mayhem tournament. And based upon the estimates we have gotten here at the studio, around 5 or 6 people have voted, and the results we will reveal to you shortly. But now, let's take a look at the bracket so far. We started off with 24 great cartoons from 4 different countries from across the world. Then we weaseled it down to 4 exciting 3-way battles, some with hopeful contenders, and one being an all-Nelvana battle up in the Northeast. Then it was down to the final 4, which was an all-Canadian battle. One side featured the 2010s, the other featured the mid-2000s, and then it came down to Camp Lake Bottom versus Johnny Test. As we walk over here to my bed, the people who have voted for these 2 shows should be happy about where they are right now. One show managed to pull off upset after upset. The other managed to just be dominant when it needed to. But first, before we reveal the winner, we gotta reveal, or should I say, look back on the 24 that came short. At dead last, it was Ejixis from Italy, the only show from that country. The lowest ranked Canadian and the lowest ranked IMDb series with a 3.3 was Super Noobs. That's in 23rd. The lowest ranking American series, 22nd overall, is Kick Buttowski. 21st is Atomic Betty. Then the lowest ranking French series of the bunch here on Shane Harris Tonight is Dude, That's My Ghost. That finished in 21st. Then, so on and so forth. Rounding out the 20th spot is the Leinsteins. 19th, the Replacements. 18th, Code Lyoko. 17th, Get Ed. 16th is the Weekenders. Then, top 15. OKKO in 15th. Mission Force 1, 14th. Then, coming in at 13th overall is Fangbone. 12th is the Monster Buster Club. 11th is Oban. Then the top 10. Garage Band, 10th. 9th is Street Football. 8th is Jimmy Two Shoes, which, by the way, the pilot has been found. Look it up for yourself if you have time. It's actually kind of whimsical. 7th overall is Detention Air. Coming in 6th is DNA. Then 5th, or wait a minute, that's 5th overall. Why the frick did I decide to skip numbers? Who gives? And then we have the final 4. Wayside, Packages from Planet X, and now these 2. And thus, since the voting closed last night at 6 p.m. Eastern, the winner, with a total of 80% to 20, is Johnny Test. That show is the winner of the Mayhem tournament. That one will get a fan art piece done in June. So, congratulations. And, of course, that has been all confirmed. That show will get a fan art piece by yours truly. So congratulations and thank you to everyone who has voted in the tournament. But for now, it's time to have some special thanks that I have to give out. First, of course, it's to all the people who have voted from all across the world who decided to throw in their ideas, see how things went. And so far, everything came out pretty well for some. And I bet there's some who actually nailed all the predictions. Well, I don't know that because I don't have a whole collection of votes and whatnot. This is, of course, you, the viewers at home, who have your own predictions. And I'm a fair person, so yeah. Now for the individual special thanks. First, with the useful videos for some of these cartoons that I never heard of, Jordan Fringe and Ben Z. Johnson. Both of them are very responsible for putting out videos focusing on a few shows that I would end up adding later on. Then, to two of the biggest Johnny Test super fans, and two of them who are actually rivals with each other, Prisma Galaxy 514 and Eric the Living Blue Jay. Without those two people, the world will still see Johnny Test as the villain of all cartoon characters on the interwebs. So, it's good that we actually have people who have respect for that series. Then to Lion Smith and Taylor Abrahams, two phenomenal voice actors, two former DNA's co-stars, and both of them have a phenomenal repertoire of singing abilities. Abrahams is still posting musical live streams on the daily, while Smith, he didn't have a video in a while. Hopefully, he gets back to it. But we hope you two enjoyed all the fun DNA stuff I've been putting out alongside a couple of other people, including Exel Does Gaming, who did a great Brawlhalla theme song takeover video with DNAce, and of course, Maurice Peterson of MPI, who put out several videos featuring his own take on the DNA's characters in a cute little animation design. And we hope you like all of what's to come from MPI as well. Also, special thanks goes out to one particular person from the southern New Jersey market, and that is Standard Gauge Railroader, who proudly represents my home region of southern New Jersey with pride and respect. Also, special thanks to Rainman14, one of the best firefighting buffs. He basically made me pursue the idea of doing a fire truck muster event out in Pennsylvania known as Pump Primers. So, I basically was inspired by what he decided to do, and I said, you know what? I'll go one step further. I'm gonna do a live stream instead of just videotaping the convoy itself. So, yeah. Special thanks to him as well. Plus, all this would never be done without the assistance of my mother. She's been there since the beginning of this YouTube channel, and she's happy that I'm actually spreading the wealth, sharing my thoughts. Because at this time, and in this society, personal opinions matter more than the statements written down on paper. And in the cartoon space, opinions are very influential. It's how come some are hated and some are beloved. how come some are underrated and others overrated. This is the United States. And we, just like the rest of the world, have a say on whatever comes up in our minds in the world of cartoon discussions. So, Mom, if you're watching this, thank you for having my back during the Mayhem tournament. And don't worry, folks, a Jimmy Two Shoes cosplay will come out in the future. Last but not least, my gut is already starting to feel a little iffy about this, but the final special thanks goes to my father, who's in heaven right now. Granted, he would not be happy. In fact, he would probably condemn me for the fact that I have a YouTube page with my face on it, with my room in it, myself spreading my knowledge about cartoons and everything else that is not private to people across the world. But the thing is, I'm doing the one thing he's always told me to do, and that's living outside the box. He had a similar mindset as well. He did drawing competitions, my brother and I. Usually he, like a NASCAR Cup Series driver in a Xfinity Series race, he wipes the field clean. He's pretty dominant in what he does. But there are times where my brother won, and sometimes, on a very rare occasion, I win. So if you're watching in heaven, Dad, you gotta be proud about what I'm doing. I'm doing what is right. Sharing my knowledge to the world because I'm not just another person. I am Shane Harris, the host of his own show, your son, the pride of Lower Always Creek, the one person who loves you the most, and also one of the main reasons why I have a zany personality. It's because of you. So, Dad, I'll miss you. And this tournament, of course, plus the fact that my room in kayfabe has been renamed into a studio in your honor, is all because of what you do in terms of creativity. My show began as a way to divert myself from myself feeling everlasting sadness from the passing of my father last year, and thus this tournament managed to reach this beautiful conclusion. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, on the first Friday in June, you will see the Johnny Test fan art celebration piece. So, for everyone watching, and for the final time in the Mayhem tournament, I'm Shane Harris saying goodnight to you, and we will see you in June. And we will also see you in July for the Pennsylvania Pump Primers. Till then, good night.